Hi.
It's going to be a pretty emotional day, but special day is what he would have liked. Love the water, everything about the water.
You've got a good model then.
Doing a memorial paddle out to celebrate the life of our beautiful Dave Flockart.
It's a privilege to be here on this perfect day to pay tribute to an outstanding young man.
Worn my best hat. I'm sure Dave would have found another 5 years wearing this one, and my 30-year-old shorts.
Dave and I go back, way back to the Peregrine.
30 plus years.
Yep. Training and surfing and paddling and riding and everything that Flock did. And we're here just to paddle out and have a bit of fun. Dave time, have a bit of Dave time.
And I was part of the Elwood Triangle with the old Dave. He lived the next street to us, and we had a lot of fun growing up in our heyday.
He was always well behaved. He just surrounded himself with people that weren't so well
We're
behaved.
debauched.
Get on our paddle boards and surf skis and surfboards and paddle out and form a circle in the Hawaiian tradition.
A sad but a beautiful day. We miss him dearly.
I'm actually quite happy. The weather's turned out perfect, no wind, nice and hot, and we're getting a lot of numbers down here, which is really touching to see. It's shaping up to be a really nice paddle out and really nice ceremony for Dave. So yeah, feeling good at the moment. Sorry.
Today means a lot. Dave was a truly wonderful human being and very privileged to be here and be a part of it.
Our family have had an association with the Flockarts for 57 years.
We were just always on the bikes or out on the water or sailing.
An amazing start to the day. We had a surf at St Andrews. We don't know this side of the coast, but Dave was with us in the water today when we surfed, and we got some great waves. The sun was on our back and it was warm, and it was one of those days that you don't forget. It was a beautiful morning, and a few guys out, so we were thrilled to have a wave with Dave on his side of the coast.
Yeah, it's just an honour to be down here today, reflecting on the life of Dave Flockart. Johnny and I spent, in particular, the last couple of years, we'd be spending 3 to 5 days a week with Dave, paddling in the bay. Some great memories, and very happy to be down here today, celebrating his life with everybody.
And when the kids are out there, he'll be there with them, so that's nice.
It's an honour to be here to pay our respects to Dave. He was such an awesome waterman, surf, paddle, windsurf, kite surf. And when he did it, he just shared the stoke with everyone. So hope we get a bit of that stoke happening today. So great to be here for Dave.
Friends and family have come down to show their support for Dave because he was a lovely man. Everyone loved him, everyone's here to show their support.
They're the lads.
Yeah, we're Charlie's best mates.
They're the boys' mates. The one in a million, these guys.
Good.
One of those people you always wanted to be around. Beautiful, relaxed, funny. Just earthy, yeah. Everyone loved him, including myself. Yeah, so I've known him for about 25 years through Haileybury and then through the surf club, and now my daughter grew up with his sons. So yeah, big connection with the family, and I'm just happy everyone's turned up for such a beautiful day.
I love a paddle out. I reckon this captures the aloha spirit of Dave Flockart, and I just love looking at all the boards and skis and the different representations of his life and his family's life.
Thank you so much.
Aloha.
Joined the surf club with him. He's in our patrol, the Massacres patrol, for 20 odd years. He's actually our best patrol person twice, more than anyone in the 20 years he's in the patrol.
Dave being such a waterman, this is sort of his home, his spiritual home, and to have all his best mates and family and friends down for this occasion is just fantastic. It's a beautiful day for it.
He paddled skis, he's a surfer, he's a sailor, swimmer,
kiteboarder,
whatever.
yeah. Anything to do with water and wind.
Yeah, and he's an expert in every area of it.
Today is a paddle out for Dave Flockart, a fantastic mate of all of ours here and heaps of others, and he loved this place, loved this water. A memory of the person in the place that they love.
Paddle out for the mighty Dave Flockart and my trusty pink proboscis, which is the board that I would always surf with Dave and the boys, Nick and Charlie. I surfed with the kids since they were first on foamies. And so yeah, looking forward just to getting the group together. Got a good turnout by the look of it.
We're all here today for a memorial paddle for Dave Flock.
Celebrate the life of Dave, and it's so good to see how many people are here at the moment, and just from all ages as well. Great day for it. It's almost just like symbolises everything, and yeah, great to support the family.
I've never been a part of a paddle out memorial, so I'm really keen to get in the water and see everyone in a big circle. I reckon it's going to be sick.
We're friends with their sons, Charlie and Nick, and so we're just here to support them and the rest of the family and show our support for them.
Well, we've known Flock for a long time through the surf club, and in honouring him today, we decided to bring something I think he'd be very proud of. So I think we've got a 25-year-old board that I found underneath the house this morning.
Dug the scorpion board. That was a live scorpion at one point. Found it in the bunk room about 30 odd years ago, and they trapped it, and then when it died they cut a hole in the front and put the scorpion in the resin. This board would be 35 plus years old. I found it under Mark Pizzi's house, and Dave was there when the scorpion was laid in the board.
Paddle in peace and be your best. Definitely a Dave Flockart message. I think it's about the way that he brought people together, and look at them all. It's just fantastic. So yeah, we all recognise what a man he was, and I think there's a little bit of him in all of us now. He was a great leader, a great friend, and a great paddler.
Yeah, what a fantastic day for a fantastic man. Anyway, hope everyone has a great day. Long live the River Rats. Started with Dave, so we'll be thinking of him in the next couple of hours. So have a great day.
It's just a big get together, we all sort of gather for celebrate Flocky's past and who he is and what a wonderful guy he was and great memories, and this is what it's all about, just cherishing some of those special moments that each one of us had.
We're having a bit of a paddle out, and we're collecting people from all different generations and different craft about to go and tackle the sprinkling of the ashes. So sad day, but a great day celebrating a life.
We're here to remember and reflect and enjoy our mateship just like Dave would have wanted us to.
Perfect conditions for Flock. He would have loved this. Great to see so many people here. Couldn't have asked better. Yesterday was crap with the northerly. Someone up there smiling, I reckon. So looking forward to it.
You'll need to. There's a couple of novices here, so we're going to need to actually invoke a bit of skill from him. But very exciting to be out there.
Pleasure to be here.
It is a pleasure to be here, and you're right, Perko. It's a great day for him, and we're just great. Here to honour him. He's a great man, and what a crowd he pulls. So all the best, mate.
Well, I reckon it's good that everyone's come out. There's a massive crowd. It's it's really good. Yeah. I don't know what else to say really.
Yeah.
These are the Richies, Ollie, Felix, and Max.
Yeah, good close mates
great
of
mates.
the Flocks.
And we're always surfing, so yeah.
So we've just got some Moona flowers here. We'll paddle out the back with the flowers behind our ear, and then during the ceremony we'll throw them into the ocean.
We're just really pleased to be here to remember our great friend Dave, and to continue to support the family and keep that memory of him alive.
Love David very much, and love Susan, Nick and Charlie, and it's lovely to be here with all family and friends to celebrate and to honour and to remember such a beautiful friend.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a special day to get everyone down here, celebrate his life. I think it will mean a lot to him and his family as well.
Well, what a wonderful Flockart experience is it all going to be. It's just
typical of the Flockart. It's just perfect in every way, even turned on the weather. It'll be a sad day, but it'll put closure to it all.
The Flockart family and their extended family, if you look around here, there's just so many people. It's wonderful to see. It's the culmination of quite a long time, a couple of years of very tough times for the family and friends. So I think lovely sunny day, some wonderful people here, and a great way to be remembered.
Oh, just so happy to be here with everyone, and we love and miss Dave, and just happy to be part of it.
Beautiful day. Look at it. Shining.
Look at everybody. Love and I don't know.
Yeah. And what a legacy.
I mean, what an amazing turnout. It just sums it all up, really, doesn't it?
Amazing.
We all paddled for Dave over at the Doctor last year, which was amazing, and then to follow it up with this is it's good to keep the legacy going for sure. Well, he did save my butt once on this very shoreline down here,
Really?
downwinder.
Firstly, welcome everyone to what's a pretty special day. I just want to explain how this day came about. When Dave was quite ill, there was a few guys went to see him in the hospital, and they were having a chat about all sorts of things. A few of his mates from paddling and the surf club, and Simon Trainer actually raised the subject of a traditional paddle out. And Dave, I mean, it was a pretty difficult conversation, obviously, but he felt it might be a nice idea. We raised it with the family, and here we are today. And looking around here, it's pretty special to see so many people on, you know, a variety of craft, whether they're surf life-saving equipment, ocean skis, mals, and I think a few people swimming and stand-up paddleboards. It's incredible. It's obviously a bit on from when we had the funeral, and we had a couple of reasons there. Is that the water's a bit warmer now, and also Susan, Jason, my sister and brother-in-law have arrived from America to be here, which was the most important thing for us. The tradition of a Hawaiian, or a paddle out, sort of based back into the Hawaiian days, and it's sort of aimed at honouring someone that they cherish. And as they arrive at a select location, surfers join hands, form a human circle, say a few words, splash the water, and then present the ashes to the water. The circle aims to represent the way the ocean can bring people together. One part of this ceremony also claims that only those whose spirit animal, which was a dolphin, a whale or a fish, would be deposited into the ocean, which is pretty symbolic considering how many times Dave would see dolphins when we're out paddling out here in the bay or surfing at Byron Bay. And one of the reasons we wanted to do this was that Dave was heavily connected to the water. I think the whole life he was where we lived in Beaumaris, our beach house at Summers, his house at Elwood, and then the family home at Sandringham, and of course the little beach shack here at Blairgowrie. He was always within 500 metres of the water. And along the way, the water continued to be part of his life. His first job out of school was running the sports activity at Hamilton Island, running the river rafting operations at Peregrine Adventures, which he did for many years. And then of course his recreational activities, again, centred around the bay and the ocean, from early days as a sea scout through to sailing dinghies at Summers, windsurfing locally and around the world, triathlon, kite surfing, multi-sport racing, kayak training and racing on the Yarra River, surf lifesaving, standing on the beach at Porty, which hopefully most of you will come back later on this afternoon and witness that amazing beach down there. Surfing, every year the family would go to Byron Bay for 3 or 4 weeks, and he would be in the water every single day. And most recently ocean ski paddling, which a lot of you will see these boats out here today. And just bring it back to only the last couple of days, the full contrast of what the ocean can provide. I was lucky enough to be here yesterday and went out with Charlie and a few of the boys for a paddle, and it wasn't like this. It was onshore, about 10 or 15 knots, ugly water. The water hits the back concrete wall out there and forms a very big washing machine. And as we were paddling out, Charlie said to me, he goes, "These are Dave's conditions. He loves this." A lot of guys would be get back in the car and go home to bed, but Dave would be out there. He'd relish in the hard conditions. And then today, Nick and Charlie and about 15 or 20 of their mates got up nice and early and went for a surf. It was glassy offshore conditions. Again, Dave would be just smiling, knowing that his boys are doing what they loved and what he loved. Dave was one of the gifted athletes that understood the way the water worked, the way the wind works on the water and how it creates waves. It helped him become an elite windsurfer and yachtsman, winning multiple state titles and national titles. I recently watched a documentary on the 1983 America's Cup when Australia 2 obviously won that amazing series. John Burchin, the skipper of Australia 2, claimed to have had a gift that enabled him to see the wind shifts before others. And Dave too had a similar gift. In this most recent sport of ski paddling, the gift we all yearn for is reading the water and the waves when we're doing a downwind paddle, how they connect. And the trick is to get to spot to A to B in as little paddle strokes as you can, using the beauty of the water and the way the waves connect. Again, Dave was one of those rare ones that picked it up really quickly, and we'd go out in all sorts of conditions and he'd just dip away from people. That's really it for me. I wanted to keep it pretty short. It's an awesome site. I just want to quickly hand over to Matty Marn, the president of the Portsea Surf Lifesaving Club, who first met Dave nearly 30 years ago when he joined the surf club. And Matty just wants to say a couple of quick words and make a little announcement.
Thanks, Pete. Great memories and great words. Just amazing. As Pete said, I was lucky enough to stumble across Pete and Dave within a couple of weeks of them joining the Portsea Surf Club. They're both keen kayak paddlers, and we ended up in a squad together in the city and spent a lot of time together on the river and on the beaches with the boys, and you know, how lucky am I. I just want to tell a little story about some things that happened in 2021. As a group of us have got a tradition of going down to Lorne to paddle the Masters that Whitey and others have led for many years, and it's one of the great weekends. And anyway, so on this particular day in 2021, Dave was up and about, and we went down, paddled in a ski team, I think with Charlie, picked up some bling, probably the gold, I'm sure, wasn't it, Charlie? It have to have been. Yeah, Dave and I then paddled in a double, in fact in this double, which was fresh out of the plastic, first time it had been paddled, and we picked up a silver in that, and yeah, and then after the day, we had a great day, lots of laughs, a few beers, mandatory bowl of fries on the deck of the Lawn Surf Club, and anyhow, the next morning the email went ping, and there's an email landed in my inbox, and it's titled The Pursuit of Happiness, and I just want to share it. To Henry, Ockie, Dwight, Lyndall, Whippy, Anthony, Matt, Charlie, Camo, and Annabelle. Thank you to the team who travelled to Lorne for Masters on Saturday the 6th of Feb 2021. It was a complete joy for me to be with you all, and this day was one of the most enjoyable I've had in the last 12 months. The sun was shining, the surf was gentle, and I think Lorne is one of the most beautiful coastal towns that I've ever visited. There is also my story of the last 12 months. I competed in the Masters last year, which was 2020, then 6 days later went into hospital to discover I had stage 3 bowel cancer. By the following Tuesday I was meeting with a surgeon, and after a significant operation I had 6 months of chemo. The treatment continued until the 1st of October. 8 months of challenging times. I competed today, full of energy and spirit, and as I write this note to you, I feel fantastic and am clearly on a high for the day. Certainly physically, I feel completely recovered, and writing to you helps me heal emotionally. As I found out last year, you never know what's around the corner. And if and when things change, you also don't know how things will work out. One of the things that I came up with last year that has helped me a lot is to try and live my life deliberately, to make a good choice and enjoy the things that I'm doing. Another is to nurture and celebrate your friends and relationships. And that was a big part of my enjoyment today. And I know he'd be so proud of the group of mates that are here and family and friends that are here today. He continues, 2 of my highlights for the day being the handler for Whippy in the Ironman for the 70 to 74 year category. A gentleman who just gets it done. And then watching Camo, who was clearly the winner, being carried to the line for the gold medal by the 2nd and 3rd place competitors. Magnificent sportsmanship and a great example of the camaraderie of surf lifesaving. And for those that don't know, Camo shredded his calf or Achilles coming out of the water, leading the iron, and had to be carried up across the finish line and wheeled off the beach. The other reason to write to you is to remind you to check up and look after your own health. As we're all at Masters, we're at an age where health issues can develop. Bowel cancer is the 2nd biggest cancer killer in Australia behind lung cancer. However, 99% of people fully recover, as long as you can catch it early. In my instance, the free government screening test that comes in the mail alerted me to a serious problem. And that's been so successful, it's now sent to all Australians over 50 every 2 years rather than every 5 years. I'm very happy to share this story as it may help you or one of your friends. If you want any more information or to talk, please give me a call. Look after yourself and always check in on your friends. And maybe you can join me on the beach in 20 years. I'm hoping I can line up for the Ironman at 74. Flock. So, obviously, he won't physically be with us at 74, but I know the group of us that will be there in 20 years' time or 19 years' time will think of our mate Dave. So after that day, I got on the phone and rang him on the Monday and said, hey, that was so much fun. You're so pumped. Why don't you come to Aussies? And I said, it'll be great. It'll be easy. We can stay with Spotty, who'd just moved up and was up on the Sunshine Coast at Alexandra Headlands. And anyway, to his credit and the family's credit, he said, yeah, stuff it. Let's roll it in. And he travelled up, and we had the most amazing couple of days with a great group of mates, many of whom are here today. And I've got one endearing memory of it, other than the performances. He had a high. I think made the final of the double, finished 5th, beat a couple of, Julian Norton-Smith, who some of you know is an Australian rep, who was on the line beside us, and just had a ripping week. But on the last day, we were walking from Maroochydore to Mooloolaba to watch some of our mates in a beach sprint. And we got to Alexandra Headlands Lifesaving Club, and Dave said, let's just stop in here and have a beer and just enjoy the moment. And so we sat down, bowl of chips, maybe half a dozen Coronas later, telling stories. On the table beside us was Grant Kenny and Martin Kenny and a bunch of the Alex guys doing exactly the same. And Dave knew it was time to move on to Mooloolaba to watch Henry and the boys. And he just leaned forward and he said, just do us a favour. He said, take your camera out, take a photo of us both, and let's send it to our wives. This is just so good. It's got to be cherished. We need everyone to know how much fun we're all having. And that was Dave. He just wanted everybody to have a fun time and live life, celebrate the friendships, love the people around them. And I think that's why we all loved him so much. And that's clearly why there's so much love here today for Sue and the boys in particular, and the extended family. And when a few of us were chatting about, things that we could do to remember Dave, we thought it was highly appropriate that double ski that I talked about would be named in his honour. And so I'm going to ask Sue if she'll come up and gently break a bottle of champagne over the nose, and we'll all remember Dave every time this is on the beach.
together now. So that's the formal part of the day over. What we invite you now to do is gradually sort of work your way out on your craft. We only need to go about 50 metres, just here on the right-hand side of the pier. Form a large circle, maybe 2 or 3 deep, because there is quite a few people here, obviously. And then the family will come out last and proceed to go into the middle of the circle. So if we can form a big circle, obviously hold hands, keep the group together, and then we can do that formal part of the procedure on the water. And then after that, we're going back to the Portsea Surf Club. The bar will be open and the cafe will be open. Hope to see you there. Thank you.
Rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. One minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing.
On behalf of David's mum and dad, brother and sister, and their families, the boys and I thank you all for joining us today to honour David and his love of the water. Blessings to all that are present today and to those who are not here but wanted to be here. We know you are with us in spirit. We come together to wish him well where he rests peacefully now. I feel closest to him in the water. I know many of us do. And when you reflect on it, all water is ancient. Water holds the memories of the earth. Looking below into the ocean, you can feel the ancient stories of water if you look for them. I see its life force. I can feel the surge of surf and the buoyancy of the waters he paddled and played in just 18 months ago, with so many of you, and all throughout his life, sailing, windsurfing, rafting, kite surfing, ski and ocean paddling. Looking below into the ocean is just like looking back into time and finding him here with us today. Just as looking up at the stars at night allows me to gaze on the same stars he and I gazed on together during our last summer nights at Blackgowrie. I can look into these waters today and see the same waters he paddled on and had such affinity with, and now will embody. I'm now going to take a moment to release some of David's ashes with the boys and family members. Flock, we miss you every single day. The boys and I, your family, we will always miss you forevermore. Your mum and dad, brother and sister, and all of your family and friends, we congregate here today to celebrate your life. You will always be with me, in my heart. My love will never leave you. You will always be with the boys and I in everything we do, in every celebration, in every special moment. We love you so much. We We want to honour you and the way you lived, purposefully, in the moment, giving us your undivided attention, making us each feel special when in your company. And however far away you feel on my low days, there is a gravity always pulling me towards you. And we are always connected by our memories, our hearts and our souls. I love you, Flock. My love will never leave you. This is not goodbye. It's just until we meet again.
I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just show and bring the I wish that you know the things that you learned from me. I got them all from you. I just stay a while and we'll put all the world to rights. The little ones will grow and I'll still drink your favorite wine. And soon they're going to close, but I'll see you another day. So much has changed since you've been away. Well, I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just swing by and ask your advice. What would you do in my situation? I haven't a clue how I'd even raise them. What would you do? 'Cause you'd always do what's right. Can we just talk a while until my worries disappear? I tell you that I'm scared of turning out a failure. You'd say, remember that the answer's in the love that we create. So much has changed since you've been away. At heaven at visiting hours, and I would ask them if I could take you home, but I know what they'd say, that it's for the best. So I will live life the way you taught me and make it on my own. I will close the door and I will open up my heart. Everyone I love will know exactly who you are. 'Cause this is not goodbye, it is just till we meet again. So much has changed since you've been away.
Portsea Surf Lifesaving Club. It was a place that meant a lot to Dave. It is a great community and it was Dave's village. It was a big part of his life for a long, long time. I think going back to about 1991 or 92, he joined the club and I think he fell in love with it. It was just a home away from home and a happy place for him to come down, and we're all really lucky to have shared it with him. And most of all, it was the friendships, it was the laughs, it was the times when We would confide in one another. You know, if things were going well, things weren't going so well. Was a mate to lean on, a shoulder to cry on, and Dave provided all of that in spades. He threw himself into it, which was one of the things we just loved so much about him.
The day was perfect for what David would have wanted. I mean, the weather, the little breeze, the paddle out. Like we said, he loved the water and everything he would have wanted. As tough as it is for us all, say. It was perfect.
If you had to order a day, you wouldn't change a thing. It was the most perfect day, perfect paddle, and just such a strong sense of community for a very special person.
It was a very moving little ceremony for a great guy.
What he would have wanted, it was beautiful, and you know, he was the best of all of us. So it was sad but wonderful to share it with everyone that loved him so much.
And good to see so many people there.
Yeah, it's a testament to him.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have that many at mine.
I'll have my dog from that.
Jungle would have actually loved it. It was rough, plenty of wind, plenty of surf, and making it a little bit tougher because he actually, a bit of a challenge, he would have appreciated the fact that people had to get wet.
Obviously someone's still up there looking over us because, I mean, couldn't have had any better weather than we've had today. So, yeah. Otherwise, I don't think we would have held the circle together.
It was really moving. Nice, obviously, Dave's connection with the water. It was good to just get a really good sort of bunch of people that meant a lot to not only Dave but the Flockart family, and just sort of share and connect out there. Yeah, really moving, and I think quite touching for the family and for everybody involved. Yeah, really special.
We love the Flocks. We love the Flocks. Yeah, they're really nice.
Beautiful family. We love them.
They're just so nice and kind, and they like put other people first.
They treat everyone like their own.
Yeah.
It's really, really moving, I think, emotional for everyone. And it was good. You see everyone sort of like getting around each other and holding hands. And then it went from being really emotional to almost a celebration. So I feel like that turn was really nice. It can obviously be such a sad thing, but was made really, really, really meaningful for everyone there. Yeah.
Hi, we met David about 35 years ago, maybe. He just started on doing rafting with Peregrine Tours. The guy that was managing the raft broke his leg, and so they put this young guy on to take over managing the raft. And the young guy happened to be David Flockart. He must have been only 20 or 21 at the time, but it was great. He did a wonderful job. But that's all I know. Thank you very much.
The water was clear and
was so
not
nice.
windy. I was worried how the organising was going to go, but the circle, everyone managed to figure it out.
Everyone just did it.
And yeah, let us go in the middle, which was really special.
And just like looking around and seeing everyone was really nice. And then, I don't know, just after Sue was speaking and all of that, and like when everyone was splashing, that was really nice.
Yeah.
And just cool, just seeing everyone smiling as well.
Yeah, it all came together really, really well.
Beautiful day, beautiful family. Flock, you were the best.
Oh, it was an emotional day. Very emotional. It was good. It was awesome.
Peaceful out there.
It was very
really
peaceful.
peaceful.
It was just nice to be with all the young kids as well, just to be around them and, you know, it was awesome. It was really good. It was lovely.
He would have loved it.
Yeah,
he would have absolutely loved that stuff. It's fantastic. Well, it was the calmness, the vibe everyone was feeling. You know, it was just cool. It was very, very much Dave Flockart. Just perfect.
It was exactly how we discussed it. Yeah. Just how we discussed it.
And I don't know whether any of us will ever get one of those. Do you think? No. No.
Recently-ish, when we saw Flock at their place, Sue and he, was after the brain surgery. And you know what? Amazing how he was still so positive, so friendly, so welcoming. So, you know, I'd be in my shell. I'd be down. He and Sue were just so in love and gorgeous together. So that's the memory I hold.
What can I say about Flocker? Probably the truest gentleman that ever walked the earth. Just an all-round exceptional person. absolutely exceptional. And testament to everyone that's here today.
Yeah. He was a beautiful guy, and he was always happy. He was a real glass half full guy. It didn't matter what was going on in his life, he always just had a smile and always asked you how you were, and it's just one of a kind.
And an all-round waterman and all-round athlete, and we go back to windsurfing days, and a really high level of confidence and skill on probably 5 or 6 different types of watercraft. And it's pretty rare that you get people that are that level of proficiency. And he took it to national level with the paddling. And windsurfing, again, he was national level of windsurfing. And he taught me to rock climb. So, Flock took me out rock climbing the first time, and we went up to Rapley's and spent a week up there, and just, the best memories.
It was really nice. Everyone was holding hands. It was beautiful. Essentially, everyone paddled out, and then Daisy and Nick and Charlie and Sue and Kerry and Co. All the flocks came in after we created a big circle. And then Sue said some nice words. And then, it was very nice. It was really beautiful.
It's very meaningful to everyone, and everyone's very grateful that everyone's all joining together.
It's been a really special day today. Honestly, the way Pete and family did everything, it was just such a beautiful thing to do, with great people, great friends, and Dave looked down on us today, and it just made it so beautiful. Thanks.
Dave, lovely bloke, one of my good mates. I was more of his spiritual partner in the demolition and building game, so we had many a fantastic morning, day and night, demolishing something, building something. It was never quite right, but it was a lovely experience. Always remember it.
Well, today was lovely. I was just saying to Jason, it's almost a year since Dave passed away, and every week I have a reason to call Dave to ask him about something. He and I are like-minded in the way we deal with building things and landscaping things and boats and those sort of things, and every week I have a reason to call him, and unfortunately those times are gone, which is a great sadness to me. But today was lovely. We all paddled into as a rough sort of circle, as circular as we could get, and then held hands, and then Sue gave her speech and released Dave's ashes into the sea, and that was lovely. All splashed it up. It was it was lovely. I have seen many paddle outs. I'd never been on one before, so it was good to get on. It was good to get out there and do it.
Yeah, today was really nice. I've never been to a paddle out before, and I think Dave was the first person who was really close to our family who has passed away. I've never really had a death in the family, I suppose, and it was nice to see everyone who came out today. It was really good.
Such a beautiful day. The paddle out was everything Dave would have loved. He would have loved to have been there with us. It was very special and like nothing I've ever been involved with before. Well, we all love Dave so much, and he had so many friends and such a wonderful family, and it was a beautiful feeling for us all to be together, all sharing that time. We were lucky to be there.
Well, Dave is actually my uncle. So, how is it? Sue is my mum's sister. So I have a lot of memories with Dave. We grew up together. A lot of time was spent at their house in Sandringham. Great cook. A lot of time outdoors. My brother and Charlie were best mates, so they'd go to kinder together. Dave would be picking them up. I just, spent a lot of my life through primary school. He'd pick us up after school, make an amazing beef stroganoff. That was in the school cookbook, but I think Sue mucked up the recipe, so it's not the exact one. I think Dave was really special. The water and being active and outside was a huge part of Dave's life, and And Charlie and Sue and Nick's life, they were always down in Byron, always down the beach, always in the water, always surfing. So I think it was really special to have that kind of come back to the water today. And it was really special and a really beautiful, amazing weather, and just a really special moment with close family and friends to come together, and it was beautiful.
Well, it was a pretty amazing day, I think, for everyone involved. The weather was pretty amazing. Charlie and Nick are actually out surfing at the moment, just enjoying the conditions that we've got. Hard to put in words what it meant to have so many people turn up and get involved. So Sue and the boys and Mum and Dad and Sue's, it's, put this little package together, and hopefully it symbolises exactly what the water meant to Dave and everyone. So stay strong, and we'll keep around each other for the rest of everyone's lives, and certainly for Nick and Charlie and Sue, we're with you all the way.
You're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. 'Cause you light up the path.
On day one, however, the Subaru Summer Classic boiled down to one overriding factor. The man who could handle the sailboard best in the light conditions would have an enormous advantage. And it was here that last year's runaway winner David Flockart was in his element. Just as he did last year, Flockart was simply far too good on the water. His mastery of the sailboard enabled him to leave the rest of the elite group floundering. As he sailed into shore after 6 kilometres, he'd regained the lead and opened up a winning break over Gurney.
I found the run really hard, and it knocked me around. I just couldn't get it together. But I was pretty confident all along that I would get better as I got onto the water.
You're a sky full of stars. It was the wicked and wild wind blew down the doors to let me in. Shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I'd become. Revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Oh, who would ever want to be king? I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Mirror, mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name ever alone this word, but that was when I ruled the world.
So thank you all for coming and for enjoying the paddle. If you found the conditions challenging, come and paddle with the Working Class Bayside Club more. Okay, the River Boys. Some of the River Boys looked a little bit unsure. But it's a downwind sport, and this is what we love.
Just for one day, we can be heroes. Just for one day, and you can be me, and I'll drink all the time. 'Cause we're lovers, and that is a fact. Yes, we're lovers, and that is that. Though nothing will keep us together, we could steal time. Just for one day, we can be heroes forever and ever. What you say? Dolphins can swim.